if it was illegal to say stupid things into a microphone.
Why must you be so stupid?
These guys would be doing life without parole.
Hey, everybody, we're back from prison.
Why do we keep encouraging this kind of behavior? It's the Breaking the Ice podcast with Josh Dolan.
You know, we could, go to jail for this.
Along with Mike Shue and Isaiah Moskahana Mana Blitz Boskowitz, whatever the hell his name is.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, yeah. Is that Michael Shue?
Going on?
How are you, brother?
Oh, because I closed it out.
Are you in the closet?
I am in the closet. Yeah.
How's that working?
It's working great. Just the lighting in here sucks. And I can't find the right height. I'm sitting on a camp chair right now, and it's super short.
You look really tall in the video.
Oh, that's good.
So tall.
I look tall.
How's Carrie doing? I meant to call her. How's she doing?
She's doing well. She's got a nice setup in her house, a nice studio, and she's going to start recording some podcasts, and she's doing all right.
Good.
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance to see the video you guys did, but I'm going to watch that after the show.
You just drank and talked about dicks.
Yeah, I saw that you had a lot in your mouth.
Yeah, I put a lot of in my mouth.
Do you have the cock for our show?
Oh, do you want the cock?
Excuse me?
Is that even a question?
How dare you? I want the COVID cock. You have a contract now that you can't share that cock with anybody but us.
Who's calling me from Warwick, Rhode Island?
Don't take that call.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
What fucking phone call does seem right these days?
I know, right?
If your name doesn't come up, not answering.
Hey, I'm so lonely. I answer all the telemarketer things. Okay.
Hi, how are you? We used to do that, Josh. Remember? The guy used to call up. And
yes.
Can we just talk a little bit? And he's like, well, no, I have to end this call now. We're like, no, but we're so lonely. Please talk to us.
Can you give us sex?
I had recorded. I wanted to get into that fucking Vox Pro before the whole world blew up because I had a couple of great telemarketers that called the AAF studio. One guy just goes right into his pitch and he's trying to sell me some sort of diabetes thing. And I go right into, oh, I've got the diabetes. And he's like, do you? He's like, how many times do you check your blood pressure? I'm like 100 times. And he fell right into it. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear this. And
Isaiah, that was your doctor.
Yeah, that was actually your doctor.
No diabetes here. Other people that worked there might have had diabetes. And certainly some sort of fungus because I washed the studio. Thank you.
God, there it is.
Oh, finish. Oh, God, finish. I don't know what's worse. The shit I watched
face down.
The shit you did with Corinne or watching this nonsense. It's both awful.
Yeah.
Did you end up doing something with Corinne?
He did. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, we tried. We tried recording the first episode of her podcast, but it was off the rails.
Corinne on the Cob?
Yeah. Hey, so can we do these things in person now or what?
Is it what's the phase now? Can we gather in groups of 5 or less?
Well, the protesters gather in groups of hundreds of thousands. You better have had a mask on the other day. I saw you went down, which is awesome. How was that?
That was an amazing experience. I'd like to talk.
Was everybody?
And then yesterday I went and I got tested. That was an experience.
Oh, talk about that.
It wasn't. No, that's next week. But it wasn't.
Oh, okay, perfect.
It didn't seem as bad as everybody thought.
The medical facilities aren't as bad as you think. When I went and got X-rays for my ribs, I thought I was going to die. They don't let people come in if they have COVID. It's very sectioned off. The fucking medical places are the cleanest places on the planet.
Now, did you get the toothpick? Not the toothpick. The Q-tip up the nose.
They stuck a toothpick in the hole of my dick.
Hi,
and it stung because it was one of the minty ones.
Yeah.
You're not going to be a doctor.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's this camp chair.
Oh yeah.
So
now, did you pour a milkshake into that Das Boot?
I know this is very foamy. No, this is this new Widowmaker Peanut
Hold
butter
it up.
out. Are we on now? We're not waiting for Nick?
Nope.
He'll join. He said he'll be on in 5.
Yeah, this is the Widowmaker. It's called "There's No Wrong Way." I haven't even tasted this yet because someone recommended it to me, and so I went out and I got it. And every time I pour something in the boot, though, it gets a little foamy.
Yeah.
Let me bring the microphone down here.
Just remember
there you
to
go.
turn it when it gets down to the heel.
I should probably not put my beer next to my computer.
I mean, if that falls over on a computer, that would be fucking money.
I am in a fucking closet. Really, I have no. Look at me. Look, it's like I'm hiding. It's like, are they gone?
With a military hat, you look like you're hiding in knob.
I know, right?
I'm not supposed to be in here.
All right, we're talking to one of the astronauts on SpaceX.
Hi.
Mike Shue went from working at WAAF, big-time personality, to hiding in his closet in Worcester.
I'm hiding in my closet. Oh.
So Mike went down to one of the peaceful protests in Worcester. Tell us about that experience.
Yeah. Can I just say I went to the peaceful protest? Okay, not the shit that happened later in the evening.
Well, those are the anarchist fucks that are in the middle. So those aren't the protesters.
Did they piggyback on that one too?
Well,
they piggyback on all of them.
It happened. It happened a couple hours after the one I was at ended.
How was the experience of the protest that you went to?
Well, it was pretty amazing. I got to tell you, it's all my daughter. I put a blog up on the Breaking the Ice podcast website, breakingtheicepodcast.com, and describing the emotions I went through because my daughter came to me and she said, I want to go down to the protest down at City Hall here in Worcester. And I said, you're not doing anything like that, because I was watching the news and there was, you've been watching the news. Everybody has. They're showing the violence. And I said, if anything like that happens, I don't want you down there. And she's like, she was persistent. She's very much like her mother. She just keeps nailing it. And so
she's a little bit like her dad too. Hmm?
Well, anyway.
But the fact that she wanted to go down so bad is a good thing.
Yeah,
that's a great thing. She deals with fucking racism. I guarantee it.
Well, when the COVID thing started happening, being a person who is of Chinese descent, she dealt with a lot of shit because of the misinformation about people saying, "Oh, you're Chinese. You're the one spreading the COVID." There's some people at school.
Up. Also, kids think they're being funny.
That's why I brought that up with Chris Taylor Brown. I was like, "You really think that's right?" Because there's people here in this country who are getting shit for absolutely nothing at all, except being Chinese. But so she kept saying these words. This is important. This is important. I was like, okay, all right. She made signs. We went down there. The only thing I could think of, like in the first 15 minutes being down there, first of all, there's like a couple thousand people down there.
Right.
And there's cars driving around. They're beeping their horns. There's cops everywhere. And I have to just right off the bat just say the Worcester Police Department was nothing but professional. They completely did their jobs. They kept the peace. And they protected the people that were down there.
I saw them high-fiving everybody.
They were very friendly. They were very supportive. They just wanted things to go smoothly. They blocked off the streets, the whole deal. And the only thing I could think of, the first 15 minutes I was down there, all I'm doing is looking around and looking for those people.
Oh,
I'm looking for those people who look like me right now, if you're watching the video, in a closet with a camo hat on in the dark.
Psycho.
Awful things. How am I going to launch these Molotov cocktails, Right.
How do I take a brick and chuck it through the window of the DCU Center?
That's all I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of escape routes. I'm thinking of where we parked and how many different ways I can get back there.
How do I protect my fucking daughter?
Right. And my wife.
And she went too. Good.
Oh yeah, she went too. So we're all down there, and we're all masked up, and everyone's wearing a mask, so it's hard to tell, and a hat, whatever. And it was organized by Worcester City Councilor Christian King, and he came out and he gave a speech, and they had people come up and give speeches, and as that kept going on, as the speeches kept going on, these people were amazing. Obviously, they were very passionate, they were very emotional, and the power of those speeches, despite having sound problems and everything, I don't want to say it relaxed me, but it made me realize, along with my daughter, why I was down there.
Good.
Why I was risking this COVID, why I was in a potentially dangerous place, which ended up being I was completely wrong about that because it went off.
But it's so unpredictable because you don't know where these people are going to show up. And like, there's a protest right now going on in Holliston down the street. And I'm like, well, how many of those people are waiting for nightfall to start doing things that
happens too?
The anarchists are, not the protesters. The protesters want to come
but
in.
they go and piggyback on, and they blend in. Like, I'm sure they go down to the protest, but they're not there for the right reasons.
They're looking for anything to cause trouble period. Fitzy!
What's up?
Dirtbags!
Motherfucker!
What's up, man?
Hey, Mike Shoe, what's up, man?
I'm here in my submarine. How you doing?
Where are you? You look like you're sitting just adjacent to a giant Guinness.
Maybe.
Oh, this?
In a closet.
It was perfectly placed.
Oh, yeah. Das Boots.
Yeah.
Get your beer, kid.
Yeah, that is the new
is that one of those shower beers?
Widowmaker.
No,
that's the new Widowmaker. There's no wrong way. It's a peanut butter stout. And usually I'm not a peanut butter stout guy. I've only had one I liked.
Right.
The Full Mass Gunner's Daughter. But I actually, let me take a sip to see if this is okay.
Hold on. Gentlemen, cheers to fucking 2021.
Oh, my God. This is amazing.
Fuck this year. That is amazing, right? You know, Widowmaker's in my hometown.
Oh, shit.
Widowmaker's in Braintree, yeah. I try to pick it up whenever I'm on the South Shore, or I'll either drive by there or I'll hit up Stellwagen in Marshfield. They make some pretty.
Is it good, Mike? How does it taste?
It's well, first of all, I showed you the can. They have this whole Reese's peanut butter cup theme going.
Oh yeah.
But that's the thing I worry about when something says peanut butter on it, that it's either going to taste like fake peanut butter flavoring or just taste like shit.
Total
how
shit.
about that
really
Screwball whiskey? That is a good peanut butter drink.
Right.
That is a shockingly good drink. I bet you what they do, Shu, is they probably throw like 10 pounds of Reese's Pieces and peanut butter cups in the mash when they're making it.
That's awesome.
Like when Wormtown makes those Table Talk pie beers, and they just dump just shitloads of pies in there, just full fucking pies. Just
oh my God, I want a pie now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. A reminder though, hopefully they'll open back up the Table Talk Pie shop where you can get a pie shake. So you can just choose any pie you want, any one of those small pies you want in the whole shop. And you take it to the counter and you say, I want to make a shake out of this. And they'll put in a few scoops of vanilla ice cream into the blender to break up the pie and put it in there and turn it into a shake.
My God, I feel like taking a nap already.
I was going to say, does it come with like a Lipitor?
Yeah, I was napping.
Like a wheelchair? Oh, here, just squeeze this part of your belly and okay.
Hey, let's see your shirt there. Is that 2020? Yeah.
2020 versus everyone.
Oh, nice. Yep, exactly,
Sadly,
right? Holy shit.
Unlike normal times, I know who I'm betting on, and I don't like our odds in this one, solid.
Can we just skip ahead a little bit? Can we just go ahead and call it?
I'm afraid of what's next.
No, hold on. Let's get to it. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. And we're done.
Okay, good.
All right.
I miss murder hornets. Bring them
back.
Is this the podcast?
What about the monkeys?
I love it.
This is it.
Man, this is great. Hey, guys, officially, let the healing begin.
Yeah, all right. Right on.
Shower beers.
Cheers and shower beers to all y'all.
Go fuck yourself.
Also, Mike Shoe, given the sensitivities of the past week and a half, I'm glad you're here just so, we feel like, we're trying to, reach across the aisle and make everyone feel a little bit better. So thanks for filling out the diversity portion of the.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I guess we're not allowed to laugh anymore. I guess we're not allowed to put our toe up to the line, if not across.
All words are offensive now. You can't say anything.
Yeah. Well, I want to change the podcast title to 2.5 White Guys.
Do it.
Yeah.
And people are going to say that we came up with the name.
Right. Dude, honestly, seriously, Shu, like, without you, if you weren't here right now, we would probably just have to call this, like, Starbucks.
Oh, without question.
Yeah.
White Guys.
Call this podcast like, hey, it's Duxbury.
Right? You got to pick good names. The first podcast you and I did a couple of years ago, I wanted to call it Shoe and the Jew, but the boss wouldn't let it happen.
Why? Who wouldn't let that happen? Oh, corporate,
right?
Shoe and the Jew.
Listen,
Lawyers.
I did the ethnic math already, Isaiah. I figured that one
Thank
out.
you.
I went ahead like a big boy, and I did the math on that one.
He's not the Jew? Come on.
Right.
I could be. See, that's profiling.
Is there a big Jewish
right
Chinese population? Talk to me.
I have no idea, but I can tell you this: every Jew on the planet gets Chinese food on Christmas.
I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say because
no, that's very true, Josh. It's very true.
I was asking you about the Widowmaker beer, saying like a South Shore kid, naturally Braintree native, but obviously I rent the house. Really, just to satisfy the hockey quotient on a podcast called Breaking the Ice, and I know this is for Josh. If I had like Uncle Rico's arm, I could throw a football and it would land in the backyard of Tuca's house. So that's why on Greg Hill's show now on WEEI we call my house Tuca's shed, because I rent like this 1,300 square foot shire. Like, I got 7-foot ceilings, so like when I walk in, I'm like, "Oh, Frodo, my dear boy, you must throw the ring into the volcano. You're going on. You might want to get Samwise Gamgee. We're going on quite an adventure, Frodo." It's a shitbox, but it's my little shitbox. But I love, I love living really close to work. Just shoot, dude, like those rides you used to make from Worcester to Brighton at 3:30 in the morning, producing morning radio, like. My ride is 8 minutes with traffic, which doesn't exist right now.
So it's 4 minutes.
Yeah. So honestly, like the only traffic that exists in Boston is played on like Spotify and Big 103. So I zip in every morning, and it's super great. But like, man, I wish I could live, just where I have like a little more space. Or
I used to drive 80 miles into the Hillman Morning Show.
That's it. What you did?
I lived in Dover, New Hampshire.
Right?
I lived in Dover, New Hampshire, and I made that commute 80 miles each way for about 2 years.
Hey, it paid off. You got a podcast now.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
So obviously,
wow,
doing really
Josh
well.
Goldman.
You
Listen,
got T-shirts.
if you work really hard and try long and put your best foot forward, you too one day can be one of the 793,222 people that have a thoroughly irrelevant podcast.
Hey, not everybody can be on YouTube, all right?
Yes, they can.
Yeah, they can.
I don't know how you YouTube, but the thing, it's not called SomeTube or like exclusive tube.
It's you.
It's YouTube.
Let's get right into it.
Because only you are watching it. That's why it's
Two
called.
Two words. Ready, Nick?
Yep. Go.
Put your Fitzy hat on.
All right.
Tom Brady.
Oh, do we have to?
Fuck off, Mike.
Do we have to?
This fast?
Who the fuck cares anymore?
Fuck you. Fucking
all
stop
right.
being that way.
Let's cover how much street hockey has Tuca been playing.
I didn't fucking ask
all
you.
The Patriots fans are.
I didn't ask you.
I'm so sick of it. It happened like months ago.
I haven't talked to him.
Except that guy who's going somewhere where it's more fun to work.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing right now that I would do if I went out to a protest where people weren't trying to solve injustices, but rather were just trying to break into shitty clothing stores. I don't know why we're yelling.
Because Mike is very upset about the Brady thing. He just won't admit it. I'm asking you, though, not him.
It's done.
I got to say, as somebody who dedicated an inordinately large proportion of his life to worshiping, following, adoring, talking about, discussing, and just being all about a man who's 3 years my junior, but 5 inches more vertical. I gotta say, even I have experienced Brady fatigue at this point. Like I have BFS. I have Brady fatigue syndrome. We did Brady Watch for months after he played his last game. It was the thrill of a lifetime getting to interview him and talk to him on the radio station this fall. Like I obviously offered up every soft serve fanboy question possible, which is kind of a different take.
Do you like food?
Yeah. Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. You like stuff? All right. What do you like? Things? Do you like things more than stuff? I like stuff. Sometimes I like things. But, I'll take whatever works.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
What's Bill like in real person?
You kidding me, man? Like, I was to Brady during those interviews, I was what the 40-mile-per-hour softball machine is at an arcade in Funplex. Like, everybody swings, nobody misses. But he deserved that. Now, listen, you want us to be like, oh, okay, Fitzy. Now we know why he left, so he can avoid the shit-tacular that was having to talk to your hairy hungover ass every Monday morning. I get it. Okay, that's fine.
You drove him out of town, motherfucker.
Yeah,
you drove him to the Traders Club with Ray Bork.
When he left, and I knew he was going to Tampa for the longest time too. Like it was like, all right, you can come back and you can stay on the Patriots and you can deal with Grumpelstiltskin, the coach, for another year. You can throw in the meteorological equivalent of the year 2020, where it's raining sideways. It actually rained upwards in a couple of Patriots games last year. The weather was so shitty. And you can have, Ding Dong Charlie, Broken Down Bob, and Julian Edelman and the rest of the, the Ocean State job lot gang at wide receiver.
I have fucking Broken Down Bob's jersey. Fuck you, man.
Was he on the Boogeymen?
You can almost get as much for that one as you can a Mosi Tutupu.
Exactly.
Or you can go someplace like Tampa, where you've got reverse Belichick as coach. You've got a fantasy football team at wide receiver and tight end. The weather is always awesome. There's dollar drafts forever with hot chicks in Ybor City.
Your wife will be happy.
Yeah, and your wife will be like, how do you know? Maybe it was Giselle who made the call, guys. Maybe maybe Big G
really?
had
You
the
think
thing
she
for-
wanted to go to Tampa? You really think Giselle looked at the map
The
and said,
strip mall capital of
She
the
wants
world?
to be closer
Hey,
to
Mike,
fucking Miami.
I want to go to
Hey, Mr.
Tampa.
1% over there with your fancy peanut butter stout. Why do you think it's not possible that Power G has a thing for cheap steaks, strip clubs, and dollar drafts, you motherfucker?
Yeah, she really. Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right. I'm sorry, Nick. I don't know anything. All I know is Tom Brady. Yeah. Tom Brady did what tons of people from New England do every year. He retired to Florida.
When our skill set declines, we stop playing taxes and start sweating from our armpits at 7:30 in the morning. We move to Florida. Yeah. When you're just not quite as good as you used to be, you have happy hour at 2:30, you have dinner at 4, and you're watching Wednesday by 6. Jeopardy's a big night. And you know what? I'm fine with that. And to any Patriots fan who's still pissing and moaning about Brady leaving and not finishing his career where it began, going box to wire, cradle to grave, I can say I understand you. I feel you from a social distance, bro. But we had it so good for 2 freaking decades.
Oh, yeah.
So much more than so many other people. And now, 15 out of 17 weeks in the 2020 season, Isaiah, we get to watch the Patriots bend over and possibly lick their own butthole on national television. I still think they're pretty good. We can do that later.
Oh, yeah.
We can watch the Patriots be like the guy in Sesame Street who used to come down and be like, 10!
Oh,
10
God, yes,
milkshakes, and just fall down the stairs.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And then
That's a great analogy.
we get to watch, the Tampa Bay Gronkaneers.
Oh, God, with those names. Jesus
now,
Christ.
This time last year.
Those names.
This time last year, me and Nick were filming.
Your shit anymore, bro. Expected so much of me. Fuck what I did to win enough Super Bowls. All right, well, I took my talents to Clearwater. All right, I'm sick and tired of you, Dad.
I'm going to live with Mom. Fuck you.
He's finally doing what he's supposed to be doing, and he's starting a cult. That's why he went to Florida.
There's already one there. It's called Scientology.
He can build a giant church, and he can have all the land you want that's surrounded by the Everglades. Nobody can see what's doing and have 20 different wives. That's what he's doing. He should have done it years ago. He should have started the cult years ago. But
like Patriots fans wouldn't allow him to do that here, though?
Fucking water. No, he can't, because people are assholes up here. They can't do it.
Whoa.
We are.
Really?
News to you, Isaiah.
Really? New England sports fans aren't assholes?
We're the
Are you
worst.
serious? We're the biggest assholes in the country.
I've made a living, for Christ's sakes, like I said, literally only here or still have that job over at WEEI or anything that I've done over the last decade because of how much, excessive digital man love I profess for Tom Brady and how I've obsessively followed the Patriots and worshipped at the altar of Belichick. And also talking to and chronicling the lives, adventures, pre- and post-game parties of Pats fans. And I can say, as one of them, we're the most miserable football fuckers in the world. Oh,
what other fans?
The worst. It's our God-given right. Josh, we have an attitude because we started the fight and we'll finish it. New England forever gets to dictate, like, hey, guess what? Fucking Prince George and his Redcoat guys came over here. We were outnumbered like 409-1, and we were like, I don't like the look in your eye, guy. Why don't you walk away before me and my friends kick your ass?
And we're never happy.
No.
Like, what other fan complains about championship parades creating traffic? Other cities would be so happy.
Right? Cleveland wouldn't fucking mind.
Yeah.
All right. I was talking to some guy who was in town his brother came in from Chicago for a weekend to Boston. And they were, I don't know, just doing weekend in from Chicago, brother dude things around town, and they were driving and listening to sports radio for like a half an hour in a car trip. And this guy turned to my buddy and said, like, what the hell is wrong with you people? I like, you guys just wrapped up your 6th Super Bowl championship and you still have Tom Brady and you're going to kick off the 2019 season in pursuit of a 7th Super Bowl championship in 2 decades. And it sounds like you guys haven't won a football game since Tom Brady arrived. We're the worst. I really think, forget like the repressive Catholic upbringing or proximity.
Oh, Irish Catholic guilt is real.
Yeah, that's real. We're too on top of each other. There's too much traffic. Everyone's entitled. We all think cold. And the weather sucks.
Right. Mm. There is no fucking traffic.
My whole family is Steelers fans. A couple times a year I go down to Pittsburgh to visit them. And,
that's where they're located, Isaiah. Good job.
Thank you.
New England fans are way worse, man. Way worse.
Oh, we're cunts.
But at least they don't.
Kidding me? We're awful.
At least they don't. At least New England fans don't weep openly in the streets when they lose a playoff game. They just kind of riot and beat their pets.
Wait.
Yeah,
one cat. You kick one fucking cat all of a sudden.
Yep. I mean, and in fairness too, like here in New England, there's other stuff to fall back on, like history, culture, top tier science, medicine, education. In Pittsburgh, it's like, oh my God, I can drown myself in one of 3 rivers.
Yeah, that's right. You have 3 very clean rivers and some excellent beer. I mean, Iron City Light, one of the best out there, right?
I mean, I think New England has definitely cornered, like, gone top 5 with the whole. Icy Light. If a cat pissed into my soda stream and I went upstairs and carbonated it, that would taste better than Iron City Light, Shoe. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I hear you, brother.
And as far as you saying, like, Tom Brady needs to be in Florida because this is where he can take the next step forward with his progressive cult nonsense, it makes all the sense in the world. Like, we bought into it, Josh, up here. We bought the book. We thought about going to take class at the TV-12, but then we were like, it's 30 minutes away and it costs how much? Fuck that noise. I'll just stretch out at the house and have some beers.
Correct. Stretch it out.
Down there, like, just doing all this weird, stretchy, pliable hoodoo voodoo, eating all of his alien foods and, with his, and foods that are named after Pit Jolie kids and just worshiping the Cthulhu and making Tom Cruise look like a balanced human being. I'm fine with it. I don't care because he won us Super Bowls and that's fine.
Right. He has nothing to prove. The guy's the greatest quarterback in NFL history. He's got nothing. Let him have fun. Let him have fun playing football. He's put the time in. And you know what? Yeah. Belichick is glad he's gone. Belichick is the happiest person about this situation. I always say this because now he can prove he can win without Tommy.
He's in charge of the team again.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
He can win without Tom. He can prove he's the greatest coach in the NFL.
No Guerrero Miyagi horseshit on the sidelines as great as Guerrero's been for other people. No history, no contractual debates. Like, they had a beautiful marriage for a long time and it worked. And so now, it's weird for all of us to, like, see Brady, and Gronk down there, like, oh man, like, Dad left the house and Dad's got a smoking new girlfriend and now Dad's best friend and is also there with his hot new
Dad's got an apartment downtown.
Yeah,
right.
And Dad's got a beach house now and we're still home, like,
we're going to go live with Dad for a year.
For this stupid pandemic, that was the idea. I was going to, like, still do radio up here and still do videos for EEI, but I was also going to go down to Tampa a couple times during the year and be like the Pats fan, checking in, taking the temperature of the Tampa Bay Buccaneer and Brady Gronk scene.
Oh,
but now, I gotta, I have to stay at home and, like, squirt Purell down my urethra and, homeschool kids at my gym, laundromat, daycare.
So how much street hockey has Tuca been playing on your street?
I haven't.
Does he yell car when a car's coming? Does he go car?
Game on.
Right?
Game off.
He better be keeping that glove hand sharp.
Game on.
If he gets hurt playing street hockey, I'm going to be so pissed.
Oh
my God.
That'd be the most Tuca thing, though. I actually, Josh, believe it or not, I have not seen him once out there playing any form of hockey or doing any of his recreationals. But we did a Zoom call with him, I want to say a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and he's been playing golf like almost all the time, just like working on staying flexible, lateral movements, just getting a little basic cardio. You know, I guess I talked to Henrik Lundqvist a lot, like 7 years ago, for this event when I was doing.
So when he was 40.
And when he just turned 56. Hey, listen, that man is Mike Shue's height, but he is devastatingly handsome.
Oh God!
Oh,
one of the best looking guys in the league.
Oh, stunning.
Those baby blues.
Oh God! I mean, he's no Isaiah Moskowitz, but he is a damn good
Thank you.
Man. You're welcome.
I would kiss him right on the lips.
I would.
So go ahead. You were doing this thing with Lundqvist?
So I was doing this event. And I asked him, I was like, hey, it was some charity like ping pong tournament in Madison Square Park, home of the first Shake Shack, by the way.
Hello.
And,
good to know.
He said,
useless knowledge is good.
Yes, I'm chock full of it. I am 6'1", 180 pounds of it, with an inordinate amount of chest hair and a drinking problem. So he said that his big thing was he played a lot of tennis, and that a lot of hockey players play tennis because they just like, the lateral movement and staying limber, and some guys bulk up obviously, but like he said, goaltenders, he's like, we golf and we play tennis.
Yep.
Wow.
Pretty easy.
What's the story with the NHL in your world? I heard something today about the NBA having more of a firm plan moving forward because of what about the NHL? What have you heard in the NHL world?
So the NHL, they're working on a dual city plan. They haven't announced the 2 cities yet, but they're going to go in with that 24 team, sort of give everyone that was, if they went tourney style and playoff teams only, they're going to give a fair shake with a tiny little bit of tourney style action for the other 8 teams that would have been excluded or not had a fair shake had they
on the bubble
got the last 15 games of the regular season. So it kind of screw jobs the Bruins. I mean, they've won. Well, Josh, what's the award for you win for being the best team in the regular season?
Presidents.
Yeah, so they get the President's
the
Cup.
Nobody Gives a Fuck award?
Yeah, because whenever you win that, you don't win the cup.
Right.
It's their
Dear
16-0
Tampa Bay Lightning.
It's their 16-0 banner, exactly. The Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
So that kind of jobs them out of that, but at the same time, it's going to give them time to, if they still have what they're cut from, then this will give them time to sharpen their skates and get in game shape. You got to think that guys like Chara, who already was skating in slush half the season because he's just bigger and older and tired, like he's got to have fresh legs.
Right.
So, guys that were injured, everyone, like the playing field is leveled, Isaiah, but I think it won't be that weird without fans. And people got over the initial frustrations of the Bruins not getting that 1 seed so they could just get an easy pass with the 8 seed, because like we saw last year, Columbus just kicked the holy crap out of Tampa and shocked the world. So they get.
What are they talking about for start dates, do you think, for the NHL?
So I want to say July 25th was the soft date that they were tossing around. So just before the NBA should start, July 31st. And they're going to go with 22 teams, 13 from the Western Conference, 9 from the Eastern Conference, couple games to finish out what would be the regular season, if you will. Then they're going to have a play-in game for the 8th seed. Then they'll go to the traditional playoff seeding.
Nice.
So right now, the Celtics are the 3rd seed, so they would play the Sixers if it were to start right now. Oddly enough, if they shook it up and they decided to go with a format they had considered, which was a 1 through 16 all teams, both conferences style tournament, they still would have played the Sixers.
Right.
But the whole no fans thing, I'm very confused how that'll work in hockey, because how are players going to know when to shoot the puck?
Right.
Shoot the fucking puck! I'm sorry. No one told me to shoot. I
have no guidance.
I don't know.
I haven't seen.
No one said shoot.
I haven't seen the Korean baseball, but isn't that all filled with like like.
Are they using
people.
mannequins and sex dolls over there?
No, they went empty.
Oh yeah.
There was a Japanese soccer league, I want to say, that used sex dolls and then got fined a massive amount of money, which is such a
just got a whole bunch of fucking.
Honestly, who complained?
They count as real people over there.
It's Japan. They sell used panties in vending machines. So what if a sex doll is watching a friggin' soccer game? It's Japan. They want to make love to octopi. Okay.
I know.
So there's an inflatable sex doll in the stands. Who the fuck cares? Get out here!
Josh,
Crying out loud.
the hashtag for this show, Josh, used panties in vending machine.
No, that's very true. They have vending machines that you can buy.
I was going to go with hashtag octopus sex, but that's fine.
We can put multiple ones on there.
But you're right. It's such a Japan is such an interesting nation because it's so small, yet it's got such a massive economy, and they get nobody gets more per square foot out of their country, their cities, and from their people than Japan does. But they've got all these weird fetishes, all those, like you said, like panties and vending machines, and the restaurants where the captains of industry and the business merchants go, and they're drinking just $10,000 bottles of whiskey and these fine aged sakes, but the tables are recessed into the floor, and then there's lady entertainment that's in the well of the table that you don't really get to see. So I could be staring at all four of you right now, and we could all be at a Japanese pleasure table just enjoying 10,000.
That's why it's so dark in here. Yeah, absolutely.
But they blur up. But dude, they blur out their porn. I don't get it.
Isn't that? Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Right?
They blur out their porn. I don't get it.
But this is also coming from a country that we dropped 2 atomic bombs on, and they're not mad at us. We're still mad at the English. They're not mad at us.
It may be fallout. It may still be the effects of the fallout where they're just oh well, I don't mind having sex with an octopus, but the sex doll in the baseball game.
How dare you?
You know.
I feel as though this is territory I am not authoritarian enough to comment on. So
I've been there.
I'll just recuse myself.
Just nod.
Yes, have some. Yes.
Hey, by the way, Nick, happy anniversary, kid.
Hey, thank you.
Oh yeah, happy anniversary.
I know.
Saw it 14 years?
Can you believe someone chose poorly enough to be with me for 14 years? And we dated for 4 years prior to that, too. 18 and a half years, 2 kids. It's unbelievable.
No, seriously. Saw it on Facebook today, gave it a lot. Congratulations. Happy anniversary, bud.
Hey, thank you, brother. How long is everyone let's play a little around the room, little around the horn. How long has everyone been married here?
7 years together, married 4. 3rd wedding.
Wow. One more, you get a free coffee.
No. Yeah, 3's a charm. Trust me. I fucked the first one up. The second one was oopsie. 3rd one, bam.
Wait, how do you have it? Who has an oopsie wedding?
Well, yeah, they're all oopsies. Anyway, no. But 7 years. 7 years in the current.
Are we just going to whistle by that graveyard?
Me and my wife have been together 8 years, but married 2.
Right. And it was a spectacular wedding, Nick.
It was amazing.
So when they both said I do, and the priest went, okay then, everybody was handed rally towels. And the fucking, what's the song they play when they score a goal?
Zombie Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played Zombie Nation. Everybody was flinging their towels in the air. It was friggin' amazing. It was a great one.
Did you guys put on gloves and do? I'm sorry that Matty and I couldn't make the wedding, but I was honored to have been invited, and I heard it was a spectacular time. Did you guys do fist bumps with everyone up the aisle?
Yes,
they did.
Yeah.
And then they dropped the gloves
on the
and
bench.
beat the shit out of each other at the buffet. It was fucking awesome.
But it was a stage fight, so we were like, good fight.
Yeah.
Laura
during the wedding
his
cake,
ass.
she just punched Josh, knocked out 3 of his teeth. He spit them up. You guys shook.
Right.
But I never missed a shift.
Fight between the groomsmen and the bridesmaids. It was fucking incredible. It was a great.
You should have had that fucking Canadian rock band 5 for Fighting as the fucking band. That would have been good.
Oh yeah, but Nickelback came.
No, they didn't.
Nickelback's all right, man.
Hey,
I thought they were coming on the podcast, Mike.
No, I got a call. Mike Kroger, Chad Kroger's brother from Nickelback, actually called me, and he said, "Hey, I don't want to come on the podcast because I think the thing that Phil said about them and Metallica had passed. They just canceled their tour that day. He didn't want to talk about that because he thought that was depressing. But he said, look, if we get something going on, during this pandemic that we're doing remotely or something, I'll give you a call. He was a super nice guy.
That's awesome.
He knows exactly who he is. He knows what band he's in. He's heard all the shit. And he doesn't care because he's fucking living in Hawaii. All right. So
he checks his bank account and was like, "Oh yeah, I don't care what you say."
Right. Exactly. So he was just this really funny, nice guy. And I just tried to get him on just for the hell of it. I said, "We don't have to talk about any of that. Just come on and shoot the shit with us." But he was like, "No, that's okay. But if we got something going on that I want to promote, I'll give you a call." But he was
that's cool.
A very nice guy.
Let him use you guys as the promotional vessel that you can whatever. I mean,
listen, once you're on Breaking the Ice, it's it's next stop. It's the world.
Dude, you tell him. You tell him.
That's why I was late. That's why I was late joining the Zoom while you guys got going for a couple minutes before I joined in. I was just updating my LinkedIn because I wanted everyone to know that I was a guest on this week's.
Oh, dude, we're like the Johnny Carson of 2020.
So
no idea.
All right. So who's Ed McMahon?
Isaiah.
Who's DeLuise?
Isaiah said, "I want to be Doc Severinsen because I'm fucking high all the time."
Oh,
just like the Doc.
And apparently, Josh, you're Johnny Carson? Really?
That's right, man.
No, I'm Jimmy Stewart because I used to have a stuttering problem.
Ooh.
Wait. So we didn't get to you, Shu. How many years have you been married to your lovely wife?
This past weekend on the 31st, we celebrated our 23rd anniversary.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Boy, I'm the winner.
5 years together before that. So
28.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Because
that woman's a fucking saint.
You can't, when you find that person that can put up with your shit, you hold on to that fucking gold as long as you can. I hit the fucking lottery with that lady, and God bless her, because she put up with the crazy fucking radio jobs, the fucking strippers and the Mantown girls, and coming home at 4 a.m. with fucking drunk guys from bands and all that shit. She's awesome. So yeah, that's and plus she has a great sense of humor. That's why she can still hang.
She's awesome.
Right. Yeah. I mean, your bladder issues, your mood swings.
Right. Drug problems, alcoholism, my fried chicken addiction.
Your international black market organ trade, everything.
Wait, we can't talk about that. We can.
But how can you say no to that stud?
Yeah, look at that guy right there, huh?
Radio Rehab. Look at him.
Yeah.
It's very funny. It's kind of it's great that it's awesome to be doing this because it's just such a great free for all forum, but also
this is very organized. How dare you?
It's very organic. No, that's how I like it.
We just make it look easy.
This is how I talk. This is how I think. This is my life.
Right. Wow.
I mean, this is basically like any conversation between my wife and my 2 kids. You guys are just a little hairier. That's all.
Oh.
But I was walking in. Went to the bathroom today at work, and I walked by in the basement where EEI is, all these framed photos. And I walked back in studio, and I just said to Greg Hill, I was like, "Man, it's really weird walking around here because forget about the fact that there's no support staff, no sales. It's a ghost town during the pandemic at the radio station, or like it is in a lot of other businesses and office spaces. But there's just all these framed photos. Like Mike, I saw 2 framed pictures of you, one of Carrie.
What? Are we still on the wall over there?
They kept those up.
And then there's all the ones from AMP. Now that they flip formats on AMP, I said to Greg, I was like, you just walk by and you just see framed photos of all these radio stations that don't exist anymore. It made me feel old and sad all at once.
You were old and sad. I'm the one that got fucking laid off, man. You want to feel old and sad? Fuck you. Take my fucking pictures off the fucking wall. All right, or I'm gonna fucking sue.
Well, how much did you take from that place? That we all know where everything went.
Well, I to be quite honest with you, I took absolutely the only thing I could say I took from that place.
With magic memories and friendship.
That's right. God. My Nancy Quill autograph promo photo.
Can we talk about her?
I didn't even take it. I was given it. I really begged Joe Calgaro to give me that Rob Zombie platinum CD, thing. And hey, lay off the Nancy Quill, man.
I was stretching my arm.
She's a fucking angel, man. All right, Dorothy Mantooth is an angel. But that's really the only.
She should have been on AAF. She would have broke Instagram.
Oh, come on now. She's a very sweet woman.
Oh, no, lovely woman. Lady. Huge
Lovely
tits.
lady.
Do we need to put the chicken over this, Isaiah?
Oh my God, did I bring the chicken in here?
Yeah, you did. Look at this
Oh my
chicken.
God.
Hold on, Nick.
This is we call this the racist cock. So, it started off anytime anybody said something that they thought was racist, I just...
In radio, we have a dump button. Podcasting, racist cock.
Racist cock.
You have the racist cock?
Yeah.
That reminds me of an old sketch I wrote that we did actually, like in part form on Matty and Nick. Like once we kind of knew, so I think it was day 2 that we were dead in the water, and it was only a matter of time. Might have actually been 3. Might have been our second break, first show.
Second break. I was gonna say break 2. You're like, I'm fucked.
Yeah, no, we're done. Yeah, we're toast. We have no chance here.
I have to play AC/DC. I'm out of here.
Yeah, we're. Oh wow, Crazy Train? No kidding. Oh, War Pigs? Oh, awesome. Yeah, never heard this song before. Let's play it again. We did a bit, Shu. That the sponsor, because we had no sponsors because the sales department was none too fond of us. Mm-hmm. And you could, like, driving your car through, Brighton, you could probably, shouting out the window, more people would hear you than AAF because the signal was so bad there, but it was great obviously where you live.
Absolutely true.
We did
Worcester
a bit,
signal.
It was the world's first protein bar made entirely from processed chicken parts called A Mouthful of Cock.
Oh, nice. Oh, really? Did it make it on the air?
It did. It did not get dumped out.
Yeah. Wow, just rolled the dice on that one, huh?
Did you get a very red-faced Ron Valeri walking in the studio going, guys, no, you don't want to attract that kind of attention.
You can't. I mean, really, if you want to be winning in the black, you can't be working the blue.
Yeah, you don't have to do blue.
You can't. Because there's there's killer content, and then there's filler content.
Local content is king. Local content is King Kong. Come on, you don't have to say cock. Everybody knows what you're talking about.
No,
what that did, Shu, was that told me exactly. Kind of like the easiest way to know, like if your parents are too busy on the phone or drinking or having sex, is to just act like a terrible child.
I want attention.
Yeah, so I mean, we did that. That's how much we knew, Josh. That's how little we knew they cared about us, or how few people were listening. We did a bit on FM radio called A Mouthful of Cock, brand new chicken protein bar, and no one censored us, nor did
no one gave a fuck.
Right, absolutely.
Wait, the FCC didn't get a call?
Well, that's like the company saying, when they started when they decriminalized marijuana in Massachusetts, and then the whole legalization thing started gaining momentum, and the company sent out a memo saying, you are not to ever discuss cannabis on the air.
Stop it.
You're not supposed to discuss using cannabis, selling cannabis, doing anything with cannabis. And I was like, oh, thanks for listening for the past 10 years. I really appreciate that. That's all I've been talking about for 10 years is like legalizing weed and how high I got last night, watching fucking Battlestar Galactica. So it's like, they don't even fucking know. They have no fucking clue.
They fought us tooth and nail because I had a cannabis school that I was working with to do advertising, and Mike and Danielle went to their classes. There was no flower, no plants on site. It was all about education, and it was a fucking uphill battle to get that on the radio. But then you can't let the personalities talk. You're so out of fucking touch. Stop it. And now, now it's legal.
iHeart has like a full-on, really great podcast called Blunt Talk with Carl Stevens, who I know has to smoke a couple of bowls before.
Oh, he gets so fucking high.
He's got the Indiana Jones hat and the trench coat. He's like
follow him on fucking Instagram. Every morning it's a new fucking sunset of Swampscott. He's getting fucking toked up watching the sunrise.
And they also have a podcast called Shoe and the Jew.
Oh, do they really? Those fucks.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fucks.
There's plenty of Jews, but there's only one shoe.
Unless you're Dr. Bernard.
That's right. That's the other
shoe. That's what I wanted to say earlier about the whole living in Newton thing. Got to tell you, aside from the fact that I live in Uncle Owen and Aunt Peru's mud hut from
Tuca's neighborhood.
Tuca's that I live in.
Tuca's pool house.
My name is Tuca. I live down the street from Fitz.
Does Tuca understand the binary language of water evaporators?
Moisture evaporators.
Moisture evaporators. I'm sorry.
Wow.
But I was going to go with my friends to Tuca Station later. I gotta say the Chinese
It's like
food
shooting WAAF rants at Newton Lower Falls back home.
and Upper Falls,
Right.
man. This I gotta say that the Chinese food in this town, fantastic.
Well,
Really?
I hate to say it because I think there's a lot of Jewish people that live in Newton. And then, like I said before, that's where
You're
they
just
are
noticing
at
that now?
Christmas, man. That's where they are at Christmas.
All news to me.
I live in the
man.
most Jewish section of Worcester here. I have a rabbi who lives across the street. They party like crazy every holiday, but every Christmas, man, it's Chinese food, man. That's the thing, you know? What's the place you go to for Chinese food in Newton?
It's called Lobster Walk. It's in Newtonville, right by the Star Market. That's over. The grocery store that goes over the Mass Pike over I-90.
Right.
It's perfect. Like I can drop my car in the lot and I can bang out a quick grocery run. There's a craft beer cellar there, so I can get all my favorite local
Nice.
beers. You know, and going there, Shu, is like to a couple hopheads like us. Like new beer day on a Friday is new comics day for a comic nerd on a Tuesday. Right?
Right.
So Friday night, that's what I'll do. I'll bang out a quick grocery run for the week before everyone goes on Saturday. Hit craft beer cellar, get my hop heads, get my double dry hops for the weekend, and then go to Lobster Walk. And it is the tiniest little hovel. It is just like this wee little unassuming thing with like a table that they put there. I think just because it probably fills out some sort of furniture related demographic.
It's a furniture EEO.
Yeah, and there's always like 3 Frescas and 1 Diet Coke in the fridge, and there's
It's been there since 1982.
There's just a curtain, and out from behind this curtain comes these magic chunks of chicken and heavy salty sugary sauces and scallion pancakes and and my favorite is the they make I know this is actually traditionally more of like a Japanese thing, but they do like this pan fried udon noodle with garden vegetables and shrimp and chicken that just hits every note of like all the
comes out of your eye.
Oh, just like it's an umami-gasm. That's the worst word I have ever said.
Umami-gasm?
I apologize.
That's a band name. That's fucking awesome. That's the Middle East upstairs band, though.
Oh, for sure.
Upstairs or down?
No, upstairs. They're definitely
Later on tonight.
Gasm upstairs.
At 8 o'clock, umami-gasm. 9:30, Stu and the Jew. 10:45. Fuck you, Josh Dolan.
Dude, that's a solid fucking night right there.
That's a lineup.
That's a solid night. I would say there was a place, if you're thinking about that, obviously Kowloon is amazing, but there was a place in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, when I lived up there, a little place called Kim Lai. Tiny little place, very similar, couple of seats. I don't know what the fuck you're doing in the back, but
don't ask questions.
Can I tell you what they're doing in the back of every Chinese restaurant? I'll tell you what they're doing. They're gambling. That's what they're doing.
Oh, gambling, playing
That's exactly what they're doing.
Again, and
they're placing bets, they're playing cards.
Why can't you have a marijuana sponsor like a grown adult human on the radio? Or at least you had difficulty doing that before. It's 2020, Isaiah. Why can't I gamble in Massachusetts?
Right. You can. You can go over to the Wynn, right?
Well, you can't go anywhere right now.
Well, that's true. You can't go.
That's table gaming. I mean, I want to bet on the Bruins game. I want to bet on games.
That's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
I thought that was legal.
I want a sports book app on the bat phone so I can just do my thing.
I thought they legalized the offshore stuff.
Different in different states. I mean, look at what Barstool Sports did. Barstool Sports just partnered with Penn Gaming. Keep an eye on that. That's gonna fucking blow up.
It already did. Their stock has quadrupled in price, and like an idiot, I didn't buy some when they.
I bought in when that was 26. During this pandemic, it shit down to $5, and then it's already back to.
Hey, now
30.
I can afford it.
Right, you can. Josh is in at 5. I'm in at 26.
Gee whiz, Josh.
Is the worst.
That'll be a regular win for you, Mr. Dolan. Go get him.
But yeah. So anyway, back to but this place, place, Kim Lai, was so good. The Scorpion Bowls were like fucking gasoline. So of course have 2, and the fucking food. Oh my god, it's.
Right.
There's no way after this show I'm not going to mouth fuck some Chinese food.
I know. I need some Chinese food right now.
Isaiah, you look like you had Chinese food. Your cheeks are red.
I've been drinking. What the fuck?
You got some MSG going in the blood system there, man.
I played golf all day yesterday, too. It was great. Golf yesterday was awesome. Well socially.
Was that ball golf? Did you play ball golf?
I played ball golf, real golf.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
No,
I just want to make sure because you have to differentiate now, okay?
No, you don't. No,
especially
you don't.
around Matty.
Yeah, you do.
No, you
when you say golf, it could mean the golf you play with.
No. When you say golf, the real world knows golf.
Exclusive fucking golf course
now,
where they don't allow women or anybody of color, or you can play golf where they don't give a fucking shit.
There were no protests on the golf course. Shocking.
Yeah, that's because they only allow white people on the golf course. That's
wow.
Yeah,
that's racist.
It is. Golf. You're right. Ball golf is racist.
It is not. Shut up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's racist and sexist. Absolutely.
That's why I don't play golf.
That's right, Josh Dolan.
No, you're not fucking coordinated enough.
Absolutely nothing with this kind of attitude, gentlemen.
I play a diverse sport of hockey.
I understand the fact that since you're a disc golfer, Shu, that you should have to qualify here in said conversation. But I think when people say golf, the first one
disc golf. I know, Nick. I know. So we got to differentiate.
No, you're not. He's not even listening. He stopped listening.
No, he's not. He's got ear blinders on.
He's pissed. He gets mad. He gets upset. He hasn't gotten up.
Do I look fucking angry right now? Shut the fuck up. I'm not angry.
I don't want to racially
angry on
profile
SpaceX
you
right now.
I will racially profile you. Listen, this is what usually happens, Nick. At some point during the podcast, Mike gets up and just walks the fuck off.
I just walk away.
And then I say something about Germans, and then we end it.
Yeah, usually try something like, I really admire Hitler for blank, blank, blank,
That's not said.
We're done.
Like there's been a bunch of podcasts where it's ended like that. It really has.
Josh has a fetish with Hitler. Fucking Shu there gets all pissed. Thanks, Mike. Mike, nice to meet you, Isaiah.
Isaiah, I like that little piece behind you. Did you steal that from a coffee shop or a Hyatt place?
He stole it from AF.
Lobby picture, buddy. Okay, he's a little classier than that.
This came from the radio station lobby.
All right, that's a Crown Plaza lobby canvas.
Hold on.
You can't just get those. Well, I guess you can at any Crown Plaza, but you can't get.
Oh God!
Fuck me in the mouth. Hold on. Now you're making a thing out of it. Hold on. Don't move.
You play the piano, Isaiah? Are you musical in any way?
Yep, drums.
Oh, really? Do you really play the drums?
I do. Let's make noise.
Let's have a drum off.
Do you have drums?
I don't. I use my knees.
Oh shit! Because you
use my knees.
Use my knees.
Holy shit!
Yes, thank you.
We have 2 drummers on this show, Nick, and nobody.
I'm a singer in the shower.
Well, this would be a great fucking band. Shu, Jew, and the Millennial. Nick, what are you doing next week?
Your drums for the next podcast. You guys got to set up your drums.
I used to be an orchestra nerd and played the violin and viola. But
really?
You're in.
But now I'm a world-class hairy clarinet player. So
hairy clarinet. I tugged my skin flute, and the show's over.
For some reason, that made me really sick.
That's kind of
sick or hard.
Oh, that wet my reed.
Nauseous.
I don't feel right.
What episode number is this?
732.
No yeah.
Is that the right?
It's like we started this, Nick. So AAF went to K-Love and went to Jesus.
And then me and you did it the Monday after, so it was like 3 days later. And
3 days later, and it's been once a week ever since. It's been a fucking hot mess ever since. And look at that fucking censor cock or whatever the fuck we call it.
Racist cock.
Racist cock. Sorry, racist cock.
Right. Get it right.
Do you think I'd know racist in a time like this? How typical white guy.
Yeah.
But it's great though to like because one thing we all love doing is just like hanging out. I just can't hang out with a bunch of dudes on Zoom often enough. Like this is my favorite
I know,
thing.
right? Zoom makes things so much easier.
Oh God, I just love dude Zooms. I just want to Zoom it up with dudes. It's the best. But
I hate Zoom so much, man.
When can we get back together? Because this is fucking exhausting.
Because you guys are quarantining, but I hate Zoom. I want to do it in person, but you guys are hanging out with people.
We've gone outside. I was with Mike yesterday. Nick was at my house this morning. We were celebrating. Where are you? Oh, sorry. I forgot to be. Sorry.
Did you all go to Carrie's?
Hey.
We did. We went to Nick's house to give him a cake for his anniversary. We just don't fucking like you.
We did kegs and eggs and everything, man. Josh,
thank you for that. And I appreciate that. It was nice to meet your kids.
Did you all get the bag of dicks?
No. Those are for you.
Listen, you think with the life I lead, Isaiah, that I'm going to pour my own beer at this point? I had 2 kids just, for Instagram or a tax write-off.
God bless you.
You're sorely mistaken, my friend.
Get me a beer. It's our anniversary. I've been homeschooling you all day, and now Daddy's thirsty.
I got 2 kids. Their names are Poor and another one.
There you go.
And the other one.
There you go. I noticed the Fitzy videos are getting a little more angry during the fucking pandemic, right? A little bit.
I'm trying to, anytime I get a chance to do anything now, I'm trying to just be. I've found that like I'm super comfortable cutting my own hair. As you can tell, it's really even.
Easy.
You guys have fucking hair.
Mike loves it when we do this.
Fucking podcast. You guys just rub the fact that
you're a bald.
But it's annoying. It's just like
Jesus, Josh. How many
Josh? He looks
like Point Break remakes and shitty skater movies in the 90s did you audition for?
He looks like Keanu Reeves' faggot.
I'm going for the remake of Brink. You guys have no idea what that movie is. You're old 90s.
What he looks like? He looks like the 16-year-old that's still in middle school.
He is still in middle school. He's like 12.
And just with like the little bandana on his left wrist, he's like, "Hey man, I can totally audition for like friend number 3 in that new Christian Slater movie."
Here's my audition. Hey guys, let's save the arcade.
Nice. We'll call you.
Right.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
It's weird. We got to wrap up this audition.
And you're watching the Disney Channel.
But like,
oh my God.
I don't mind the fact that like, I thought after like Brady left and the pandemic and everything, I'd be like angrier and whatever. And like, yeah, there's a little,
little angst,
a little man rage, a little angst to deal with. But like, I'm totally okay now with evolving the character and like the videos I do with my buddy George and our shit Pats fans say.
Those are fucking great, man.
They're a ton of fun. They're a ton of fun to do.
Those. Yeah.
And we can execute them from on multiple locations or in a social distance. And
or the greatest bar when I was in one.
Right, and when I did one last year with Josh and Don Zolo, my buddy George.
Those are fucking good, man.
That was fun. They're a ton of fun to do. It's a great way to sort of like remember and reflect a certain time period, a game, or what was going on in your life. But I've noticed like, the humor is more now in tune with like the fact that I lead a dad life. I've always been into puns, wordplay, and hacky and humpy with my humor at times, and I'm a total sci-fi nerd and a hophead, and I own those spaces, and I'm completely comfortable with it. But now, like in the last one we made, all we did was talk about pretty much just like how miserable it is to be a Boston sports fan living at home all the time with your kids during the pandemic, and it like felt great to make it. Like it felt honest. I didn't feel like I was trying to say anything that I thought someone else wanted to hear.
Right.
We were just making jokes and goofing around.
The real you came out.
Yeah.
And but it was painfully relatable, which is always you're good at that anyway.
On Chronicle too. You're going to be on Chronicle, right?
They came to the backyard.
Are you serious?
They came
Chronicle?
about 2 weeks ago and filmed a little piece. They're doing like an episode on people trying to create entertainment, comedy, and original content in the face of the pandemic when it's so difficult to come together. And this is a frequently used form, like video Zooms, podcasts on Zoom, and and WebEx and whatever else.
They never called us.
And because I've been doing these videos with my buddy for 7 years, doing the character shtick for nearly 20, whatever else. But this is a guy I've known for 32 years. I've been friends with him over 30 years. So it was kind of fun. It was just like more a portrait and friendship and guys who get together and dick around for fun.
We're going to have to compare Chronicle notes because I was on Chronicle.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. They officially will let anyone on that show now.
Isaiah has a friend with an ambulance, is it?
That you saw it. It was a thing on Superstition, and when I was working at EEI, the producer called somebody there, and they were doing this whole thing on Superstition, and my buddy's got a Patriots fucking ambulance, and it's a religious experience, and they fucking came over to my house, and we went to town. It was fun.
Oh, was it on like tailgate rituals and whatever? Okay.
It was a Superstition episode, so they did.
Okay.
They were talking.
I know those guys. They park in the Rodman lot across from the stadium.
That's my friend Mike Silverman. Yes.
The tailgating, the fanbulance. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. I'll send you the link after this. It was actually fun. It was a few years ago, and they were really cool. And
we'll have to post that on the Breaking the Ice Instagram. A clip of it.
It was fun. It was fun. I forgot about it.
You would love that. You would love if you were to go to a game to hang with these guys, because the ambulance, whenever you go inside, I've stopped by, had a drink with them before, put them in a couple of different random, man on the street videos. That ambulance always smells like the highest grade medical marijuana.
No, how dare you,
Isaiah?
It's outstanding.
And what's wrong with you guys? It's legal. They can do that.
That thing also has the shot stick. You've seen the shot stick. We got the shot stick out there.
The shot ski.
Dude, that is a fucking blast. It's gonna suck this year because there'll be football, but there'll be no fans.
I don't think there's
no
gonna be
tailgating.
fans.
Yeah.
No.
No, and if there's no tailgating. Like to me, tailgating is the whole point of going. Tailgating is the great American neighborhood. It's the equalizer.
It is.
Nobody's lost. Everyone's undefeated. Everyone's friends. It's the absolute best thing. Like, what do we do in America better? Well, this answer has changed this year, but like prior to the madness of 2020, what do we do better than congregating amongst people we hate and love, all in the name of arguing about sports, eating to excess, and binge drinking? Nothing.
Oh, don't forget shitting into 5-gallon buckets that are lined with trash bags. Don't forget that. Americans are masters.
Hey, Josh, can we isolate that drop?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We have the parrot heads have perfected the fucking 5-gallon toilet bucket in the parking lot of the Xfinity Center.
You know what? You see this right here, Shu?
Yeah.
Judgment-free zone. Don't care.
Okay. I'm just saying. They know how to do it. You need directions. Just look up a fucking parrot head tailgate.
How do you think Mistress Carrie gets all that fertile soil to grow her 7-foot eggplants?
Hello, the Wallace Civic Center in Fitchburg. Hello, those poor guys.
Brother, thanks for coming on the show. This was fucking great.
This is a hoot. I could do this all night.
It's just dicking around. That's all this thing is dicking around.
It's all meticulously planned. We have an outline like to follow.
Obviously. We actually have sponsors too. We already mentioned them at the beginning, but people actually pay for this shit.
Wait, hold on. Who pays? Hold on. Who pays for this?
Garage Exterior there you go. Garage Doors Plus, Boston Exterior Remodeling, Invoke Media, and Wolfpack Coffee.
Yes, great coffee.
You guys
look at this. Look at this.
Wolfpack Coffee.
Look at that. Look at you, Isaiah.
Huh?
Man.
Shameless self-promotion for the company.
Brand. See, you know what it pays? It pays to have a hustler with this, like that little bit of sales action. Like, that's what's up.
Got a little something.
Everyone just has to know their role and then not shut their mouth. That's the way this plays, man.
None of us shut the fuck up.
Also,
when I met Isaiah, he was selling. He was in the middle of selling Mistress Carrie on something. And he was like, I'm Isaiah. Anyway, when you're done with this.
I walked into the office and Josh is sitting there on Carrie's couch and I was working a Ford deal with her and I'm like, he makes me sound like I'm an asshole, but I am. I'm like,
really?
When you're done with fucking Junior Operator, we got a deal in the other room. Let's go.
Right. When you have DJ Glengarry Glen Ross, how could you not?
Always be closing, baby.
That's
Always
right.
be closing.
You know what second prize is? A set of steak knives.
Fucking love that scene. Fucking love that scene.
See this watch? Worth more than your car.
Dude, what were you going to say a second ago, brother?
I was going to say, you got to go to our website, the Breaking the Ice podcast, and you got to go to our merch section, and then you got to look at, well, not just that fucking awesome T-shirt, but it may look familiar to you. There's a T-shirt there that is just says Breaking the Ice, but the font may look vaguely familiar to you.
Like shower beers?
I didn't say that.
I was just checking.
It just may look a little familiar to Nick. Or
paying homage to a show that was dead after the first break.
Hold on.
Second break, Isaiah. Second
break. Sorry, second break. Nick knew he was fucked on AAF.
Wait, hold on. You guys actually have what is the actual
breakingtheicepodcast.com.
We tried to use as many words as possible.
Right.
Well, it's a real thing.
Hey,
it's all about links.
I'm just psyched you guys that nobody was sitting on the .com and you guys didn't have to pay for it.
I bought that, and when Josh wants to leave, he's fucking paying me. Always be closing.
Oh, I love this.
Look at it.
Nice, look at this.
That website was done by Nicole.
At merch.
Yep.
We are merching.
Dude, that site was done by.
Look at that. You did. You did Breaking Nights like we did Metallica, the shower beers. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's
you used the same generator?
He's still gnawing on the bones of your fucking rotting carcass. That's what he's doing. Thanks a lot, buddy. What a friend. Huh? Fantastic.
And the woman that did that site, Nicole from Invoke Media, she does websites and she's fucking awesome. She puts all our episodes up there, all of our sponsors.
When Josh sends her the new episodes, then she puts them up there.
Yeah, you should definitely make sure you send those to her, Josh. Jesus.
You guys muted Mike, right? Hey, guys, Shu sounds like he's doing great.
Oh, yeah, I'm sitting in a fucking closet sweating my balls off. Yeah.
Big-time radio star for 20 years, hiding in a closet in Worcester.
A dark closet with no pants on in
Worcester.
It's SpaceX.
This show's over.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to like simulate the like the Worcester style launch of the Dragon rocket shoe. That's
no.
Get out, get some space. I know you're. Listen, I know you're allergic to like cohesive thought, sunshine, and cooperation and compliments. But like, you can go outside every now and again. It's okay.
Hey, can we all agree that after the show, we're all going to get Chinese food? All in favor?
Absolutely. Yeah. Lotus and Medway. I'm headed there right now.
I'm going to Red Pepper over here in Webster
and
Square.
let's agree that when we're all allowed to sit inside the same restaurant, we tell Shu about a different one, so he goes there and eats by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you fucking tell the Chinese guy to go to a different Chinese restaurant.
Let's just go someplace.
Fucking awful.
Shu, we're meeting at Hole 8 on Red Tail Golf Course at 5 p.m.
This is where Mike gets up and walks away. I'm telling you.
Shoot,
I can't because I'm fucking stuck in a closet.
I want the dim sum cart. I want like the golden dragon. I want like the full I want the walls to be like maroon and have like weird artwork and just like I want to feel like
Kowloon.
You know, it's a lot of neon, a lot of those tubular lights with bubbles inside of them. Yeah,
I want mints on the front at the front stand.
Yes,
right. For 9 years. Mm-hmm. I want to feel as though like a shootout in a Tom Cruise movie can take place at any day.
Take a sip of water and they toss
There's
it
a
off.
bunch of guys in tracksuits sitting at the table in the corner of the room, and they're not looking at anybody. They're just eating.
I want my water glass
because they're on the take. Yeah.
I want at least one guy to stare at Frances McDormand and go, "Oh, Margie, I'm so sad." I want.
You're such a nice lady.
The water glasses are this big too. The water glasses at Kowloon, they're like this
never
big.
empty though.
And I want it filled at least 9 times, Isaiah, during the
with
meal.
no ice.
While I'm drinking
on water, you got to keep going up to the buffet, man. What the fuck?
All right, I'll see you guys all at the Yaku.
Done.
All right,
Yaku.
This was great. I loved it. I love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Nick.
All right,
come on.
Shower beers for life. Go fuck yourself.
Shower beers.
Go fuck yourself. Cheddar.
All right, this is when we all look at the corner of our screen.
Yeah.
How do I shut this
meeting
fucking
How do I stop this?
We said bye and we're all walking to the car together.
Diane, how do I stop this? I don't know what I'm doing.
It says leave meeting. I don't fucking know.
Nick figured it out.
It's the big red button on my screen that says leave this bullshit.
So can we do this in person now? Because I hate Zoom.
Yeah, can we? Is it the phase where we can gather in groups of less than 5?
Josh, Mike and I have been getting together every week without you.
I know.
Every week, every night. He's over here watching movies.
I wasn't going to say that,
Mike. Sharing popcorn out of the same bowl and making
Yeah. Remember last night when we sipped the same beer? It was magical.
Oh, yeah. That was fantastic.
That blueberry vodka beer?
You were blowing hits into my mouth? Yeah, that was great, man.
Turn the joint around.
So
is that the cock?
I don't know.
No,
that's not my cock. Is that your cock?
No, my cock doesn't sound like that.
Mine sounds like mine. That's mine.
There's your promo, Josh.
There it is. Let's see if I can get it for my dog.
Hey, did we mention all this? Did we mention all the sponsors that were?
We did. Invoke Media Group. We got Boston Exterior Design. We've got. I just had a brain.
Oh boy!
It literally.
I wasn't thinking Wolfpack Coffee.
Wolfpack Coffee and Garage Doors Plus. Wow, I literally just blacked
Boston
out.
Exterior. Yeah.
Go to the website breakingtheicepodcast.com. You can get all the episodes there. You can buy the merch, all the t-shirts,
blogs,
check out the blogs, all that stuff. You can see all the sponsors up there too. So all the
I just fucking passed out and you saw it.
I know you had a seizure. It's called a seizure, Isaiah.
I was like,
and
our other
sponsors in your mouth. I know you're like,
It was still better than our 2:00 in the morning Instagram lives.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, those are fucking brutal. We've tried to cut down on those, Mike.
Also, make sure if you liked what you heard, in the recent past, and I don't know why you would, but if you did like anything you heard, then make sure you subscribe to the Breaking the Ice podcast and rate us and
chat up.
You can get all of the all the episodes breakingtheicepodcast.com.
Oh, and you have a new podcast coming out.
Oh yeah, can I mention that here?
Oh my God, yes.
We've been waiting for Anchor to make sure it's spread around everywhere yet, and they're having some technical problems. But we interviewed the band Town Meeting on the Breaking the Ice podcast. Great guys, excellent band. If you're into Americana,
they're so good.
Country with your rock and roll, they're excellent, talented musicians. So the brothers in the band, Josh. Oh, are they the only two brothers in the band? Or is
there's one more.
So Josh and Luke, Russ and Luke Condon from Town Meeting and I, when they were on the show, we started talking about Neil Young. They're Neil Young fanatics. I'm a Neil Young fanatic. And it got to the point where Josh said, hey, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Right?
So,
I never heard that Neil Diamond album.
Oh, my God.
Who's fucking Perry Mason?
For God's sake. So Luke Condon texted me afterwards and said, hey, it was great talking on the podcast, and it was great talking to Neil Young with you. And I said, yeah, it'd be funny. We could probably do a podcast about every one of Neil Young's albums. And he texted me back saying, yes, I am totally behind that 100%. We're going to do that.
That's great.
I kind of got roped into doing this Neil Young podcast. It's called Long May You Young. I think we're going to try to drop the episode tomorrow at some point. I'm not quite sure yet, but we've recorded the first episode already.
Oh,
so what we're doing is we're taking.
Too?
Yeah,
Yes.
we hung out at. We all hung out at Luke's house with Isaiah and Nick Stevens
in the garage.
And Can Man, and
Mistress Carey was there too.
Yeah, Mistress Carey was there, and everybody from the class of '86 in Natick High School.
I'm just gonna walk out into the woods and stay there.
You should.
Okay, great. We're gonna be over at Isaiah's place if you need us.
Come on down, Mike. That's the beauty of knowing me. I got two.
It's called Long May You Young, and what we're doing is every podcast
awesome.
we're taking on Neil Young's albums one at a time in chronological order. He has 65 fucking albums out.
Wow.
That's
Once
how
a
many
week?
podcasts we're going to be doing. So each podcast is around an album. So check it out when you can. It may be dropping this week. I got to check with those guys.
Are you going to do once a week?
You guys.
Uh-oh. Did we lose him?
He's sitting on a tiny chair in a closet. Michael?
And
3, 2, 1.
All right. So listen to Shoe's podcast.
Was it called Shoe and the Jew?
Yes. And it's about Neil Diamond and or somebody like that. And yeah, it's just us and a painting of Shoe.
That's awesome. He's just frozen.
How long do we wait?
Yeah. I can go down and get another beer and come back up.
I think we're done.
This show's over.
He's gone. All right. Bye-bye. Sponsors.